Fish are jumping and the cotton's so high. Your daddy rich and your ma is good looking, but nothing can harm you, daddy, and mommy on your side.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Culturocity Report. This is our second episode. I am your host, Brian Scott. I'm also the executive editor of Culturocity, which you can find at culturocity.com. Thank you for joining us again, and thank you to everyone who tuned in to our first episode. If you didn't see it, you can catch it on our YouTube channel. It's going to be there. We had a lot of fun doing the first episode, and we're looking forward to a great show today. We got a lot lined up for you. We're going to be talking with T Sheri Dickerson, who is the executive director of Black Lives Matter Oklahoma, and she's also the president of the OKC chapter of that organization, and she is running for City Council Ward 7, and that's the seat that is currently occupied by John Pettis Jr. And she's going to be talking to us about what her platform is and just who she is as a person and as a candidate, and why you should cast your vote for her. So we got a great interview coming up here in the studio with T Sheri Dickerson. Also, we went to open mic night over at Ice Event Center and Grill. A lot of you know in the first episode we visited Dope Poetry, which was hosted by Jay Wiggins and Anthony Crawford, also known as Proverb. Well, at the open mic night on Sunday, they also have two hosts, comedian Mack and Tamar Criswell. And so we got a chance to talk with them, and also we're going to bring you some of what took place over there at Sunday's open mic event. Additionally, we went to Jive Supper Club and Lounge, which is located in Plaza Mayor, which many of you know as Crossroads Mall, for a Christmas in Harlem, Part 4. This is the fourth year that they've held this event. I've been to now 3 of those 4, and it was a great event hosted by David 3 in Jive Supper Club and Lounge, which is his establishment. So we're going to take you there with us so that you can experience that as well. And then finally, we're actually going to show you some of our outtakes from the first episode. So we got all that coming up on the show today. But before we get to that, we want to bring you some announcements and let you know what's going on, some of the events that are taking place coming up soon here in the Oklahoma City area. Check it out. with T Sheri Dickerson, who is the Executive Director of Black Lives Matter Oklahoma and the President of the Oklahoma City chapter of Black Lives Matter. She's also a board member of OKC Pride, the parade coordinator for the MLK weekend festivities, and a board member of the MLK Coalition. She's also an ordained minister at the Church of the Open Arms, which is a UCC church, and the state secretary for the National Association of Black Social Workers, among other things. And she is running for Ward 7 City Council.
Correct.
So we're happy to have you here with us
Thank
today. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let me talk to you first about Black Lives Matter Oklahoma. We know of the movement and we know of the hashtag, but there are a lot of people that are not aware that there is an actual official organization. So kind of talk about the organization itself and then your role as the executive director and what that consists of.
Okay. Well, Black Lives Matter National, or which is now Black Lives Matter Global because they've gone international, did start basically as what people thought was a online or social media campaign. However, the founders were starting it as a social justice organization. And their main platform is what many people are familiar with, is working against and bringing awareness to the issue that is police brutality. So it started from there, but they have 7 other core initiatives or agendas that they work on. They work on issues with the disillusion or disenfranchisement of women. They work on the agenda with the LGBTQIA community, as well as also bringing awareness and hoping to get everyone to engage as far as their voting rights. And those are the 3 top initiatives that they're working on now.
And so what are some of the things that you've done here in Oklahoma with Black Lives Matter here locally?
Okay, one of the biggest things that we're most noted for was the rally that we had back in January. I mean, that was July of this year. And so almost 4,000 people attended that. And that was an event to, one, support and stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter chapters across the nation, as well as the families of those victims who had been slain or were fatalities because of police brutality. So we were just raising our voices and saying it's not okay, and that's something that needs to end immediately. No more hashtags.
Absolutely.
Another initiative we have been working on, which has come to a resolution, was working on getting the body cameras implemented back with the Oklahoma City Police Department. We have affiliate members in Tulsa, and so we have worked with the Tulsa Police Department, as well as we had actions up there supporting the family and the situation in the loss of Terrence Crutcher, supporting his family, bringing awareness and seeking justice.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest things that all of the BLM chapters focus on, is trying to destroy and dispel all of the various injustices that we see as people of color.
Right. So you've been very involved in the community and very much an advocate for equal rights, civil rights for all people. We mentioned you're running for City Council for Ward 7, which consists of the east side of
Yes.
Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
with why are you running? Just ask you, why are you running?
One of the reasons is I feel like for a very long time, Ward 7 and the citizens has not been represented inclusively. There have been specific sectors of Ward 7 that receive attention, but the east side, northeast Oklahoma City, has been neglected for far too long. And so I want to be, and confident that I can be the same advocate and doing the same work that I've been doing for a very long time, but just in an official capacity, and saying that we want to fight for economic equity, and not just necessarily equality, because equity says that where we are, we need an equitable allocation of funds. So yes, we may be asking for more than the other wards, but we deserve it. The east side has many structures, and the infrastructure needs to be developed appropriately. And we don't want to lose anything on the east side, because we have a lot of innovative and crucial people, as well as organizations and businesses that deserve to be put on the front burner.
Indeed.
And supported.
Indeed, there's a lot of potential there on the east side,
Right.
as well. You've told us why you're running, but we've also talked about some of the other things that you're doing in the community, and we didn't even scratch the surface of what you're actually doing and what you're involved in the community. So if and when you are elected to City Council in Ward 7, will you continue to hold the offices that you hold and continue to be involved in some of the other things that you're involved in the community, specifically BLM and some of the other things that you're specifically involved in?
Most definitely. As someone who has always been a civic and community activist and in leadership, I don't think that I could actually walk away from that, and I don't think that would be appropriate. The same things that I have advocated for are going to be some of the same things that I'm going to be doing, just from a different perspective. But my passions and my commitment to those organizations, their causes, that's going to remain. That'll never change.
Absolutely. Wonderful. The seat that you're running for is currently occupied by John Pettis Jr.
Correct.
He is one who is fairly popular and well liked and well respected by many in the community. When it comes to politics in particular, a lot of people they take the attitude that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And a lot of people are very comfortable with the status quo a lot of times. So that being said, why you're running, but why run against John Pettis Jr. In an attempt to unseat him? Why would you run against him?
Well, I don't look at this as me running against Councilman Pettis. I am running for Ward 7 to support them, to advocate for them, and to make sure that the things that we've mentioned before occur. And I feel that I'm confident in the fact that I would be the most effective advocate and sitting in that particular seat.
Okay. Very good. There's, in addition to yourself and Mr. Pettis, there's also another individual who's running, Maria Mangiracina. I'm not sure.
Marina Mangiracina, I believe is correct.
Okay, she's also running.
My apologies to her if I have butchered her name.
If I butchered your name, if anybody did, so our apologies. But yes, well, we're excited that you are in the race, and you've certainly articulated why it is that you're running. But let me ask you this: why do you feel that you would be the best advocate for Ward 7, what do you feel it is that distinguishes you from the other candidates who are in this race?
What sets me apart is I've never proclaimed to be your standard politician. I have been doing the work and doing the advocacy and the activism for more than 25 years. What makes me passionate, and I think what sets me apart, is that my perspectives are different. Having been, I am a product of Northeast Oklahoma City. I am a proud Millwood Falcon alum. And I have such a sincere and genuine love for my community, my family, and my friends. And I think it has been far too long since we've had someone who was committed to staying the course, who would be bold enough to say that, yes, this particular sector of Ward 7 has been neglected and we're not going to tolerate it anymore, and it needs to be focused on.
Are there any specific agenda items that you would like to bring to the table that you would like for people to know about?
I think we have to consider the current situation that Ward 7 is in. And I am hoping that the citizens of Ward 7 want to become more aware and then will engage and then exercise their right to vote. When they think about that our streets are crumbling, our buildings are falling down, our schools are being taken over, and our neighborhoods are being gentrified. That is something that if there was ever a more crucial time, I can't think of a more crucial time for us to really start looking at the concerns and then start voicing our concerns and making sure that we're working together to find solutions that are going to be sustainable and bring economic development to Ward 7.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, you've talked about why you're running and your platform somewhat. As a final question, let me just ask you to address your constituents and just let us know why we should vote for you specifically, why we should vote for T Sheri Dickerson.
Why you should vote for me can be summarized in some very simple statements, but are seeped in just simple truths. One, I'm going to do what I've been doing, which is continuing to fight for Ward 7 to be her very best, to be brought back to her glory days, as well as I'm going to fight for each person in Ward 7 because I value them and I know that they matter, and I want to hear each of their concerns and make sure that as a council we address those and we find solutions for all of those problems. And that means every single person, every single citizen in Ward 7, and have someone that is willing and committed to continuing to do the work.
Outstanding. Well, we are looking forward to this race and the election itself. Again, you're running for City Council, Ward 7. The election is February 14th.
That's right. So I'm hoping that people are going to show me their love on Valentine's Day by flattering me with their votes.
Absolutely. So y'all make sure that you get out and vote. And we've heard from one of the candidates here. We're not going to tell you who to vote for. I mean, you make that decision for yourself, but just make sure that you vote your conscience. And you've heard the candidate here, T Sheri Dickerson, and just giving her platform and what it is and who she is as a person and what it is that she would like to do for Ward 7. So everybody make sure that you get out and vote. Thank you very much,
Thank you so
Ms.
much.
Dickerson, for being with us today on the Culturocity.
I appreciate the opportunity.
So there you have it. We had an opportunity, as you saw, to talk to T Sheri Dickerson. Y'all remember to get out and vote on February 14th. It should be an easy day to remember for many of you. But make sure that you get out and vote. And again, vote your conscience. And so we're very appreciative to have one of the candidates come and speak with us. Well, next we are going over to one of our favorite spots, I'll say, ICE Event Center and Grill. We're grateful that we have such a platform, again, on the east side. We're just talking to one who's running for office in the east side. This is an establishment on the east side where you can go and just, you can do it all. There's entertainment, there's great food, a great atmosphere. And so we're grateful that Mark Fleming, Ray Brown have placed that establishment there on the east side. But we're going to ICE now. We visited their open mic event on Sunday, which again is hosted by Tamar Criswell and comedian Mack. So y'all come and go with us to ICE Event Center and Grill for open mic. We are here at open mic night at ICE Event Center and Grill. Sunday night. This goes on every Sunday night. What time?
7:15 to 9 p.m.
7:15 to 9 p.m. And I'm here with the two hosts of this event. We got my man Macko.
I'm the one in charge, Macko.
And we got Tamar Criswell.
The one who's really in charge.
So y'all tell us what goes on here on Sunday nights. What happens here?
I'll be a gentleman. We're open mic where you can come and display whatever talent it is you have. Whether you sing, dance, comedy, poetry, you can do it here.
The mic is open and it's nothing but love. Come up here, sign up. Whether you have things you want to work on or things you perfected, either way, the mic is open. There's nothing but love. Come express yourself.
What kind of levels of experience? How much experience do you have to have?
Zero.
No.
A lot of people's first time started here and they've gone on to do bigger and better things, but let it be your first time. This is the best first place.
Yes. This is where you craft.
Hone your craft.
Hone your craft. Thank you. I'm tired. You hone your craft. Teamwork. Yeah.
And so, it's a very diverse crowd. What you say is people from all ethnicities, all walks of life.
Black, Asian, Mexican, white,
Indian.
comedy, we have liberal, we have conservative, we have everything all in this one particular place, and it's free expression, no judgment.
And it's free to get in.
You can't beat that, free.
Free.
Now, there's a lot of people that are hesitant to come over here on the east side. They're kind of worried about what kind of environment it's going to be. Talk to those people. Let them know what it's like here at ICE. What can you receive when you come out?
Listen, you can ask. I wish we had more people for you to interview and see, but we have people from all walks of life. I'm gonna tell you how safe it is. I bring my mama here, and I wouldn't bring my mama just anywhere. It's safe everywhere you hear. It's nothing but love. This love is the key word here. We spread love here, and we're gonna cheer for you. Even if you suck.
Even if you suck. It's kind of like church. Even if you suck, we still gonna clap.
That's the rule. We don't clap. You'll never get booed here. We don't let anybody heckle you. So come work it out, man. You can start off sucking and end up being great.
Absolutely. That's the only way you're going to get better. There's a lot of people at home, they're doing this in the mirror, but they hesitate to come out in front of people, and they're worried about what type of environment it's going to be. If you come here to ICE, I'm telling you, you're going to be well received. I got on the mic myself tonight.
The brother sang a song. He caressed the microphone.
Had
so
feeling in his
tender
voice.
and strong at the same time.
I always wanted to hold one of those kind of mics, man. I always wanted to, man. I started to open my shirt up, but they wasn't ready.
I think he pulled the mic's hair.
But made the mic scream.
I think that's what happened.
But whatever your talent is, it doesn't matter. Is that correct? I mean, if you
Whatever. I don't care if you do like liturgical, like that church dancing that really looks stupid, but everybody takes serious at church. You can do that here, and we're gonna look like it's serious, just like people do at church.
We do not censor the mic. We don't censor the mic. So whatever you want to do.
No censorship. If you can say things that, if you're not sure if it would work anywhere else or it would be accepted anywhere else, it'll be accepted here. We allow people to push boundaries and
Just be able to
express
fight.
themselves.
Just be able to fight. Because we won't fight for you. Him and I won't fight for you, but you can get up here and say whatever you would
True.
like.
Green, I'm not going to stop you from saying anything, but that we don't free you from consequences of life. We can't do that. But you got the green light to say whatever you want to say here. And we won't let nobody touch you in here. You will not, I don't care what, if you come up here and say blankety blank, 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 and all y'all moms, we won't let nothing happen to you in this space. This is a safe space.
But once you step on that side,
You still on your own, you're still a married.
But y'all don't be scared.
It's all love here.
No reason to be scared. Y'all come on up here to ICE. They're up here every Sunday night.
every Sunday night.
Every Sunday, and then it turns into a party afterwards. That's why you always know we've had a dance party. And every Sunday is different, but every Sunday is special.
So if I want to come up here on a Sunday night, I want to get on the mic. How do I do that? Do I just come up here and just get on the stage or
No,
what?
we have a sign-up list, and at the beginning of every show, we pass it around. If anybody wants to sign up, they sign up, pick the number that you want to go in. You might not go on that number, but we'll get you in.
We will get you, if you sign up, you will go on stage, but you may or may not go in the number you signed up. So just be here and enjoy the show.
It reminded me so much of geometry class. How those legs lay perfectly on my shoulders like a right angle. And she had a cute body, so I was willing to triangles. We had that body rocking, knocking the boots. Yeah, we had that bumping. And she said something that any man giving his best doesn't want to hear. She moans, deeper. See, I'm not one of those men that claim they got 10, but when I'm getting it in, I got some shit that an anvil can't bend and it hooks at the end. So I grinned and did exactly as she recommended. Now I'm working. I either hit that spot of hers or she nervous. Eyes roll to the back of her head, her body jerking, and you wouldn't have believed it if you heard it. She says, deeper. Since when has love ever not been enough? I guess that's the same time the trust stopped being a must. I mean, can somebody tell me when honesty honestly became so comically that the thought that somebody could be would be something so catastrophically different? What happened to that respect? You know, respect for that bond which bonded us, which strengthened us when times are tough and when things got rough, we were never afraid to fail. Because if we fall, we would only land inside of each other's arms.
So that's open mic over at ICE. Y'all make sure you go and get on the mic. As y'all saw, I was on the mic myself, but you didn't hear me. If you want to actually hear me sing, you got to come to ICE. I'm not just gonna give you that for free. What you thought? you got to show up. But I did the doggone thing. Did I do my thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I did it, y'all. I'm telling you. Y'all thought I was gonna put that on the broadcast? Come on, son. You got to show up. Okay? We want you to support local businesses. We want you to come out and be a part of the experience. And if you come to open mic at ICE and I'm there, you let me know that you saw this broadcast, I will get up there on that stage and I will sing just like I did on Sunday night. And I blew. And I'm telling you, get over there, you can do poetry, comedy. You saw some great comedians. And look, anybody and everybody is welcome. There's a very, very, very diverse crowd there, and they're definitely defying stereotypes. That's probably not what you would have expected to see. But that's what's going on over at ICE. There's some of everybody over there. And what they're doing over there, Mark and these guys, they have given a great platform, and it's a safe space where everybody can just come and just have some wholesome entertainment. You know, some of it's probably not appropriate for you little kids, but grown folks, come out and be entertained and have a good time, okay? And it's happening over there at ICE. So make sure you get over there. And remember, I told y'all last week about that Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is hitting over there at ICE. And if you want something else to drink besides the Kool-Aid, they got that for you too. Just saying. So next, we had the opportunity to go to the brand new Jive Supper Club and Lounge, which is located inside of Plaza Mayor, and that is the establishment that is owned by David Threet. And so he held this event, and we had an opportunity to attend. And so we're going to take you now to a Christmas in Harlem. Y'all ready to go to Harlem? Let's go.
These moments we have, you know. It has the hustle and bustle of the world. So I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Hanging on the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Shake a hand, shake a hand. Presents and cards are here. The world is filled with cheer and you. This Christmas, and as we look around, your love is smiling down on you. This Christmas, presents all on the tree. Caroling, feel Christmas, yeah, will be a very special Christmas for me. Shake a hand, shake a hand. Nod your head, nod your head. Do something.
If you all didn't know, this used to be the old Garfield's restaurant. How many of y'all grew up in Crossroads? When Crossroads was the only mall, was really the only mall. No, nobody. I see a couple Crossroads fans. Crossroads is really making a turnaround. It went down a little bit and whatnot, but it's really making a turnaround. Y'all please come out. It's a lot of new businesses here in Crossroads that are opening up. So it's really amazing really to have this first event here being part of the whole Harlem Renaissance theme and all of that, because that's really what's going on with Crossroads as a whole. It's a new Renaissance movement going on. Any small businesses that are looking for an event, looking for a venue to place your business in, there's a lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of empty stores in here. So you can contact myself, you can hit me up on Facebook or whatever, and I can direct you in that path. It's just a wonderful thing that's going on here at Crossroads.
Your picture, but I don't like it so. Your selfish vanity is taking control. I like your picture, but I don't like it so. Your selfish vanity is taking control. I like your picture, but I don't like it so. Your selfish vanity is taking control.
So there you have it. There's a Christmas in Harlem. We had a wonderful time over there. Great atmosphere. And just to remind you or to let you know, the Jive Supper Club and Lounge is not yet open to the public. It's going to be opening later in 2017. We will bring you that information and keep you abreast of what's happening there. But David opened up the establishment for this particular event, and so it's a great establishment. They're continuing to expand on what they're doing, plan to have a full kitchen over there, and a whole lot of other things that they're going to be doing there at the establishment. But it is a wonderful place, and we had a wonderful time going back to Harlem in the 1920s. That was the theme there. And we heard from artist Brandee. That was Brandee, an artist out of Tulsa. And she just really blessed us with a tremendous performance, her and the live band that she brought with her. So thank you, Brandee, for that wonderful performance. It was very entertaining, and it was just a great atmosphere. So we really enjoyed that. So we're going to be coming to you again very soon with another episode. But before we go, I just want to leave you with a word. I want to kind of do that at the end of every broadcast, just to kind of encourage you. But specifically speaking to artists and artists, one thing that I would encourage you that we should all do as artists is continue to hone our craft. You know, it's one thing to just be born with a talent, but in order to develop a skill and to enhance that talent, we got to continue to work on whatever it is that we do and continuously improve. Okay, we don't want to lose it, so we got to make sure that we use it. We looked at what was going on over at ICE, and as they said, you can go over there, you can suck when you start out and continue to get better. You know, and that's the only way you get better. And sometimes you got to get out there and just do it. And that's what we're doing here on this broadcast. You know, we realize it's a work in progress. We're going to make some mistakes, but we're going to continue to grow at what we do. And so the same thing to singers, musicians, actors, poets, comedians. Keep doing it. If you bomb, keep doing it. If you suck, keep doing it. If you have a desire in your heart to do that thing, keep working at it and get better. And sometimes, you hear the criticism. You got to learn how to just drown out some criticism, but also you got to learn how to take constructive criticism and continue to work to get better and silence the critics with what you do. And so that's something that is going to help us in terms of people supporting us. Sometimes it's not people hating. Sometimes there's some things we need to work on in order to get better. And as we do, then we're going to find that more people will support us. And I'm not trying to preach at you. I'm talking to myself as well. There are many, many, many areas in which I know that I need to improve, that we need to improve here at Culturocity. Speaking of which, we, during the filming of our first episode, we made quite a few mistakes, as people do. And one of the things that we're going to do, well, this is what we're going to do as we're closing out our show today. We're going to show you some of those bloopers, some of those outtakes of some of the mistakes that we made during the filming of our first episode. And with that, we're going to take you out of this broadcast. So, without further ado, here's our bloopers. Like to see them? Here they go.
We're good.
All right, recently, Culturocity added a new associate music editor. His name is Austin Scott. Some of you know me, know Austin, but a lot of you don't necessarily. Cut all that.
We don't have any sponsors.
Culturocity. Blah 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 blah. Backing us up. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Them lines was way jacked up. We need to cut it.
What's up, Brian? Howie Park. Excuse the baby spit up. I'll speak to the baby. I was going to change and get dirty again, so.
We don't have any sponsors. We don't got any sponsors. I don't got no sponsors. We don't have any sponsors.